up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And in today's video I have a makeup tutorial for you guys. I'm going to show you a brown gold smoky eye tutorial. This, I figured, is a good tutorial coming up because summer is coming. We're going to head into the more of the bronze tone looks. Soon we'll have some graduation ceremonies, so this is to give you some ideas on a brown and gold smoky eye look. And if this is something that interests you, please continue watching. So the two palettes I will be using today is the Jaclyn Hill Volume 1 and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palettes. I like the golds and the dark brown shades in this one, and I prefer the more tan and transition shades in this palette. So first things first is I'm just going to brush out my brows. These things are just getting wild and I'm really happy because they're growing. So I'm not going to put any products or anything. I'm just going to brush them out and apply a clear brow gel because, as you can see, like, this brow is starting to get some very good definition, minus the patch part here, but it's coming in smoothly. So eventually I will no longer have to fill them in. So that is literally the only step we're going to do for the brows. So now for the reason why you guys are here is for the eyes. So I'm first going to prime with my Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. And I already put mascara on this morning to go to school, so I just left it on and we're gonna work with it. So we're just blending out this eye primer with our fingers. And just so this doesn't crease, I'm gonna go and apply this shade all over the lid just to kind of set it. So now the first shade I like to go in with is this shade right here. It's called Butter. It is a little bit more of an orangey tone, and I like to put that on the outer part because that will kind of help give you the burnt orange smoky effect, and then we transition into the more deeper, darker brown colors afterwards. So I like to start with this shade just in the crease, bringing that well and high. And if you want, you can create your shape that you're going to want to do for your eye look. So now that we do have this kind of burnt orange smokier look going on, I'm going to go in with the shade called Buns. It's transitioning more into an orange brownie shade. So I'm still going to take that on a fluffier brush, and I'm going to just apply that into the crease, but not as high as the previous shade. And then I'm just going to go back in with the previous shade and buff the two colors in together. And now the next shade that we're going to go in with is the shade Mocha. Now we're starting to get into the very deeper tones. So we're going to apply this one more on the outer part of the lid and then bring it in slightly to the crease while going in circular blending motions. And this one, I'm kind of bringing it not exactly halfway, but a little bit more than just the edge of the eyelid, because it'll help kind of give that smokier effect after when we put the darker shade more on the edge. So I'm just smoking that in there a little bit, and I'm really making sure that my edges are nice and soft. You always want to go very softly when you're starting to play around with darker colors. So in terms of being soft, is you don't put too much product on your brush. You go in circular motions and you don't directly deposit. You don't hold the brush too far up because you're going to put too much pressure. Really hold it just by the tail and start to blend in. And I cannot stress these circular motions enough. I find it just gives that nice soft blend. And if you find, oh, maybe I don't have enough color, then you just go back in and you repeat the same steps. So now for our deeper shade of brown, I'm going to go in with the Modern Renaissance palette. I'm going to take the Cypress Umbum shade, which is the darkest brown in the palette. And I'm just going to slightly apply that on there. You don't want to go too dark at first. You don't want the color to be patchy. And you just blend that all out together. And you're really focusing this shade on the outer corner. And for our last and deepest shade brown, we're going in with Central Park. It is just a beautiful dark chocolate brown, and we're just going to really layer that on top of the previous shade to make that pretty dark brown smoky effect. So now I'm just gonna take the Buns shade and just kind of blend all the colors together. Now for this front portion here, if you want, you can go and clean up your crease to do more of a cut crease. I'm not necessarily going to do that. All I'm gonna do is take a little bit of concealer and just go on top of the eyeshadow so it'll still give a blended but natural effect. I'm not really carving it too much. Alright, so now we're going to go in with our NYX glitter glue, and we're going to apply that right where we just did that little cut crease. I'm going to go in with the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going to take Primavera. It's a beautiful gold sparkly shade, and I'm going to apply that on the glitter glue. And I'm gonna go and repeat those same steps on my other eye. So now for the blend of colors between the dark brown and the gold. I'm not gonna go in with the dark brown shade because I really don't want to take away from like the shine of the glitter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean off the brush that I used for the dark brown shade. I'm gonna grab the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm gonna use this tan shade. So it looks like a tan taupe color, but when you actually put it on the skin, it comes out a bit darker than I find. So I find it'll be a nice transition between the two colors, just to say that there's a nice soft blend. So this is what it does look like. And if you wanna be a little extra like I wanna be today, I'm gonna go in with my Stila Diamond Dust Glitter Shadows. And I'm just going to apply this right on top of the gold shade just to add a little extra. So that just makes it look super pretty. So now that is the eyes. I'm just going to put a small thin line of liner before I do put my lashes. Like I said, I already did put on my mascara, so I'm just gonna go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills cream color is what I use. It's in the shade Jet. And I'm just gonna do a small line of liner. So now I was really hoping that I could have tried the KVD Good Apple foundation because I have been seeing that foundation everywhere. And I was really wanting to try it because I saw different posts and people said that the product did go oily. And for someone like me who has very dry skin, having that oil in a foundation isn't necessarily bad because it'll look better throughout the day. It won't make me look too matte. But I've been to Sephora on 2 different occasions now and it is just sold out. I'm pretty sure it's sold out online. You guys are just eating it up. So I'm just using my lashes that I got from AOA Studio, and I'm using that with the AOA Studio Lash Glue. And my cat found my lashes, so I just gotta pick his fluffiness off of them. So now for this very smoky eye look, I figured I would pair one of the most dramatic lashes that I own with it because what is a dramatic smoky eye look without the smoky lashes? So now that these lashes are on, this is what the smoky eye does look like. I know it looks a little bit messy, but we haven't touched the under eyes yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to prime my face with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And in today's video, I'm going to be using the NYX foundation that I did use in the products that you guys recommended to me. If you guys remember that video, I wasn't the biggest fan of how the NYX foundation looked on me, and I have a feeling that a big part of that is because I'm not a fan of matte finishes on me. So I'm going to give the foundation another go, except I'm going to be pairing it with my MAC Stroke Cream to kind of give more of a luminous finish to it. But what I really loved about the foundation is that when I went back and looked at my videos and I looked at pictures that I took, it literally looked like I had a filter on my face, and I thought that was like the best thing in the world. It really showed no flaws. So I'm going to pair it with my stroke cream. This is in the gold one. It's from MAC. And this cream literally just gets layered all over my face. And I do put it under my eyes, so that way it gives like a glowy finish to my concealer and it kind of looks a little bit more hydrated. Alright, so now that that is over, you guys can see I do look like a disco ball right now.
So I have the foundation here. Once again, it's the light, and it's the light. I can't remember what number I am.
So I did wet my beauty blender as opposed to just putting my setting spray on it. So I was like, maybe this foundation, it needs a little bit more of a wet beauty sponge. We can't put a good foundation to waste, so I will use it. I forgot that this shade was actually a little bit light for me, so I'll have to warm that up in the contour after. Alright, so like honestly the coverage is just amazing. It is very light for me, like do you see the contrast? So I am going to quickly do my under eyes and set the foundation. So for concealer, I forgot to mention, I did use the Tarte Shape Tape, and then for powder, I'm going to go in with the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder. Now, hopefully you guys did not put those palettes too far away from you, because now is going to be the point where we're going to start doing a little bit of our under eyes because the face has been set. We will get back to it and add color in a little bit later. So I'm just gonna go in and I think I'm gonna take this shade and then transition it with this one. And we're really just gonna keep that on the under eye. And I'm using that with like a really small precision brush. So there it is with the blend and the smokiness under it. So now just to put color back in the face and warm it up, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer. I'm going to go a bit heavier handed than usual to really add in that color. So now that really helps to add in a lot of color to the face to add to this very bronzy look. So now for highlighter, I'm going to go in with the Hello Halo highlighter because it is beautiful and gold tone. So the golds match in with the kind of look and theme I'm going for. And it just looks so gorgeous all the time. Now, last and definitely not least, we're going to go in with the lips. So I'm first going to overline my lips with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade BFF3. And now we're going to go in with the Shine Loud NYX Gold Crusher. I can't remember. Aha. I can never remember what side's the color and what side's gloss. So now we're going to apply that right on top. So now it just gives us that gorgeous nude shade. I'm going to wait till it dries down and then I will be applying the gloss afterwards. This is just very nice, a very golden and a very bronzed up look. For me, this might not be bronzy for most people or for some people, but like this look to me is very bronzy because I'm a very natural going person on the daily, and I find this is already like, woohoo, I have a lot of makeup on right now. But I love it. I love days where I look like this, and we're just gonna go with the flow. So now I will be putting on the gloss, and it is just a very beautiful result. So this is the final look that I have come up for you guys. So this is my very gold and bronzy smoky eye look. I will be doing a regular classic smoky eye look in the future, so if you guys do want to see that video, please let me know in the comments down below. And also, if you guys want a new lash tutorial on how to apply lashes, or how to apply maybe single lashes or more dramatic lashes, let me know in the comments down below, because I have done a lash video in the past, but it is very, very far down there, and I get some people don't want to be scrolling forever. So if you guys want an updated tutorial, please let me know. If you did like this video, please give it a big, big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!